Hello everyone, I'm back again with a little journal play. This is a small journal that I made by example of Ray Missigman that I follow on YouTube and Instagram. And this book is dedicated to her art marks. She has a list of prompts and I'm following them. You see my little book where I wrote them down and I just, how do you call that? Checking the boxes when I'm done. You know what I mean. Whenever I did a prompt, then I am writing it off. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. So now I am at balance and I really don't follow the words that well. But I'm using collage today. And this is art by Marlene. She's a Dutch artist who created her own beautiful stamps, but collage papers as well. And you see those nice die cuts later on in the video. And I thought I would use the papers from that collection and some dolls of her collection as well. Not sponsored, by the way, just because I like them. They are so colorful and I like using them. And it's a quick way to get some background on your pages. These are just a mix of book paper, scrapbook paper, whatever I could find, and I created this little journal with it, and I got loads of them, so it's easy to work with, and you take them on your vacation and you have a little journal at hand to work in. So you see that I put some collage papers down and now I'm using a little bit of gesso to tone it down just a little bit. I left a lot of the process in the video, but did cut a lot also because you've seen me do some things a million times before. So I thought that was not useful leaving that in. And otherwise the video would take 30 minutes. That's too long. I've got this little box with background stamps that I like. I'm using this one. I really don't know which brand it is. I don't keep the packaging, so sorry for that. I think it's a Dutch brand, by the way. I don't know for sure. So just stamping with a garden patina from Adirondack. I think I'm just gonna take it archival. I'm sorry. And using that Carabella stamp with the tiny circles in just plain black stays on I used. Now I've got this little watercolor box. It's from Jane Davenport and I bought it because of the vibrant colors. I think it's expensive. I got it on sale, luckily, but the colors really are as they say on the packaging, and you see that the pink is really a beautiful pink. So I'm just using the watercolor and water it down even more to get it to spread all over the page. And you know, I don't know what I'm doing, so at this point I didn't know that I was going to use the die cuts from Marlene as well. So just putting some color down, that's the main thing, and a bit of texture and a bit of interest. So I'm just doing things, and I thought I would use that little mermaid. That's what she drew. These are all die cuts. You can just push them out and then use them on your work. But in the end I thought I'm going to use this heart and another doll in the collection, that one in the red dress. I really like her. She's a bit short and has no neck, and well, really think that she's pretty. So I'm just using her, but first I need to create color. The doll has red in it, so I thought I would use a red wax crayon, and these are really nice things. I saw them on a YouTube video and I didn't think you could find them in Holland, but you can, yay. It's from Stabilo. It's a woody, a 3-in-1, and it's a wax pencil, but you can also watercolor with it. You see me use it with my fingers and I'm not using water on it, but if I use water then it's kind of like a watercolor idea. The only thing is when you use it and you heat it up, like with drying with the heat gun, then it gets moist, wet, then it gets really waxy, so you have to be careful with that. And of course you can't go over it with pencil, with pen. Pencil would work, but pen is a bit difficult. So I'm just doodling, creating color, creating texture on my little page, and see where it brings me. That white one is another one. It's a white aquarelle from Kohinoor. I think yeah, Kohinoor Hartmut, and it's the white one. So and now I'm using the Crafters Workshop stencil, and just using a baby wipe, and I really like those doodle stencils they've got. I use them a lot. I got 4 of them, I think, or 5, and got more of those doodle stencils, and I believe you don't need more than that. I do have a lot more because I think they're pretty and I want them, but well, you don't need them that much, I think. But hey, anyway, you see that I create more interest. This is not the end result, of course, but I'm just gluing that lady down. I leave the white edge around her because that makes her stand out of the background, I think, a bit more. And it's still not that interesting, but you see what I'm doing later. Not that satisfied. I just cut off her feet. It didn't hurt her. And she can't walk away, so she doesn't need them. Now I'm just painting, or just using a Pitt pen to colorize the back of that heart, because it would stand out and I can use it later on the other page. That's what I thought at this moment. So that's why I made it black. Didn't like it that much, but I kept going. Using my polychromos pencil, I am really into coloring lately. Loving it. I got the Mythomorphia and Anamorphia, Image Morphia from what's she called? Kirby Roseanne's. Really loving that. It gives me a lot of pleasure and peace and quiet and joy. So I'm using my pencils more and more, and you can see it works very good on these type of backgrounds. It works on acrylics very well, so no problem at all, and it just gives depth. You can use a lot of colors if you like, and just emphasize what you see happening. So I see circles and edges of color, and I'm just emphasizing them with my pencil. And I'm really liking where this is going. And then she has a little boo-boo on her arm, so I'm just gluing a heart down. Why not? Just because we can, can't we? So just using a green. Didn't like that green that much, so I think I go over it with another color later. Using the yellow, and you can see how bright the pencils are. It really creates a lot of color on my page, and that's what I'm doing, just using my pencils. And I love that vibrant pink, so I'm using the watercolor again, just to use it on my page, and just go over the wax crayon, or the watercolor crayon, and go over the acrylic. It really works wonders on everything, almost everything. It has to have a little bit of tooth, but it just works just fine. So some dots here and there. Just a little play, people. Nothing much, nothing special. Just go with what you see is happening. And now I'm thinking, don't like the heart. Oh, first black, of course. All my pages need black. So just using a charcoal pencil to go around some of the images, some of the, how do you call that, textures, shapes. Well, you know what I mean. You see me do it. And just doodle a little here and there until I think it's done, and just drag. And then I thought the heart that really does not look that right, so just tearing a piece off and using a strip of the same collection die cut and just gluing that one down. Why not? A little bit, so to cover up the mess that I made. And then I thought, oh, it's no problem at all. It was meant to look like this because I could put a saying on top of that piece of paper. And I did. I totally forgot about balance. So I chose the sentence, and I've got my little journal here so I can read it out loud. Be in love with your life. And then I wrote on her dress in white, balance. So, oh well, I used the word on my page. So I really like the way this looks, and I like the style, and I like the color. So I'm gonna work more with this type of way. I hope you like it. I'll put some pictures on my Instagram page if you like some details, and then you can see how it looks in real. Well, not real, but on pictures. I hope you liked it, everyone, and I will see you next time. I promise I won't be long. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.